And then this is
Running.
and we are Tech Tales. So today we are having two flagship devices from Samsung, that is Samsung S21 Ultra, and from iPhone 12 Pro Max.
And what we're gonna have is a challenge, a camera test, a competition, call it whatever, between the Samsung and the iPhone to see which device has a better camera output and has a better photo processing, and in which situations does the iPhone trump the Samsung, and in what situations does the Samsung trump the iPhone, whether it be macro photography, be it night photography, or even selfies. We'll find out.
Don't go nowhere, stay tuned with us and see the really camera test from these two flagship devices.
Right, and a quick recap on the hardware of these two phones. This is last year's flagship, and this is also the previous flagship of iPhone. So these are not the latest flagships that each brand has. We have the 13 Pro Max that had come out last year, and we have the S22 Ultra that has already been released by Samsung. So we're using the previous flagship models for each of these companies. And on the hardware of these devices, we have 3 cameras on the iPhone and we have 4 cameras on the Samsung. The ultra wide, the wide, the 3 times telephoto, and the 10 times telephoto for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and the ultra wide, the wide, and only a 2 times telephoto for the iPhone
12 Pro Max.
So let's have a look at which phone trumps which phone and in what areas, and who's the king of photography between these two devices.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Well, the first thing we can see when we put these side by side from the camera app is the interface. The UI of these camera apps are almost similar if you look at the basics, but when it comes to features and different shooting modes, we can see that Samsung has many more options and customizations that you can do with it when it comes to the camera app. So the iPhone sticks to simplicity and making things quick and easy to use, while Samsung gives you a more professional feel to it. As you can see, Samsung has so many more options and customizations that you can have from the app itself, as well as the shooting modes that it gives you, apart from the regular Pro mode to panorama to food mode, night mode, as well as super slow-mo and all that. So many more options. And while the iPhone just gives you the basics, you get your portrait, you get your regular shooting mode, you get your video mode, you get your panorama, you get your just the basics. And as we can see, when it comes to the actual photos themselves, well, they're pretty high quality. They're almost similar. As you can see, from the wide camera to the regular camera, iPhone tends to give you a more natural look, while Samsung tends to sharpen the images a bit, so you can clearly tell the difference. But overall, they're both super high quality, and it comes down to your preferences. But Samsung goes a bit further when it comes to that extra zoom that it gives you, from the 10 times all the way to 30 times and all the way to 100 times, though it's not as usable as you may want it to be, but you do get that extra reach when it comes to how far you can shoot. And with the portrait mode, I can see that Samsung kind of sharpens things up a bit, and it gives you a good result. I think the edge detection has improved, although iPhone is taking the lead on this a bit, but both photos look incredible. When shooting in direct sunlight, or if you have any kind of strong light in front of the lens, I think it's because of the lens protruding out of the body, you get the lens flare, while Samsung somehow, with the glass that it's using, you don't get that problem. Oh, and Samsung's high dynamic range is performing pretty well when it comes to outdoor photos like this. Oh, let's talk about night mode now. Well, iPhone, there's room for improvement. And in video stabilization, well, you can see the results. Well, the videos are also a bit sharper when it comes to Samsung's video output. I mean, that's generally Samsung's profile. And with the iPhone, they go for the natural look, but they're a bit soft on the edges if you look at it closely. But overall, they're still good. Now, here's where the differences come. With slow motion, Samsung goes even farther with the super slow-mo, but with this you can slow things down even farther. So I guess that's a plus for Samsung.
So from everything that we've seen so far, you get to decide which phone, either the Samsung or the iPhone, wins when it comes to photography or videography, and in which situations does either the Samsung beat the iPhone or the iPhone beat the Samsung. And for the next video, we'll have a phone versus camera challenge where we'll have an actual videographer shoot with his DSLR versus a mobile phone. So it will either be the Samsung or the iPhone. And we'll create a very short video between the two and see which one has the better quality.
So don't forget to subscribe,
Like,
comment,
and turn on the post notification bell icon.
so you'll be the first one to catch all the latest videos come from Tech Terrace. Ciao.
Share and turn on the post notification. Share and turn on the post.
Estimate.